There's this silent language in relationships that honestly speaks way louder than words. So today, we're going to decode some of the physical touches that a lot of women crave, but, well, might never actually ask for. Think of this as your personal translation guide. And you've probably seen this play out, right? You make some small gesture, and she might just kind of play it cool, maybe even roll her eyes, acting like it's no big deal. But here's the thing. On the inside, the right touch at the right time can trigger this massive internal reaction. It's like a jolt to the nervous system. And that unspoken feeling, that's what we're about to break down, touch by touch. So here's our game plan. We're going to explore touches that create safety and protection, then move into intimate care, public connection, and confident desire. And then we'll tie it all together to really get the difference between simple attraction and a true connection. All right, first up, touches of safety and protection. Because look, before you can even get to attraction or intimacy, there has to be a foundation of security. These are the touches that build that comfort from the ground up. So let's start with a big one, the back hug. And trust me, there's a reason we're calling it her secret weakness. It's that moment when you come up from behind, wrap your arms around her, and just hold her. For a second, the rest of the world just kind of melts away. But let's unpack what's really going on here. This hug is sending a clear message. I've got you. You're safe. It hits this perfect sweet spot. It's protective, but it's soft. It's dominant, but it's tender. And the result? It makes her feel claimed in the most comforting way possible, and her guard just comes right down. Okay, next up is a gesture that's way more subtle, but believe me, it is just as powerful. It's that simple, guiding touch, that hand placed gently on the small of her back. And the key here is the balance. This isn't about being controlling at all. It's about being aware. Whether you're navigating her through a crowded room or just walking side by side, that little touch just says, hey, I'm right here. I'm watching out for you. It makes her feel led, never pushed. All right, so we've established that foundation of safety. Now let's move into what we're calling intimate care. These are the smaller, more detailed gestures that all communicate one really powerful message. I notice you. This one, man, it might seem almost too simple, but it is devastatingly effective. We're talking about just gently playing with her hair, or maybe tucking a stray piece behind her ear. So what makes this so potent? It's the observation behind it. It's a really quiet way of saying, I see you, and I notice the little details. It's an incredibly intimate act that can build this palpable tension and make her feel like she's the only person in the universe. Another really powerful gesture in this category is the forehead kiss. And this one is way less about passion and much more about pure, genuine affection. People sometimes call this the silent love confession. It's about peace, not passion. It says so much about respect and warmth and security. It tells her she's valued for who she is on an emotional level, and that kind of reassurance is something words can't always touch. It's a gesture that aims right for where trust lives. Okay, so let's take these touches out into the real world. Our next section, public connection, is all about those gestures that signal to everybody else, and just as importantly to each other, that you two are a unit. And here, you guys, context is everything. Out in public, an arm around her waist is a gesture of pride. It's a social signal that says, yeah, we're together. But change the context. Say you're sitting in a car or on the couch. A simple hand on her thigh sends a totally different message. It's not for the world anymore. It's a private electric current just between the two of you. It's a secret reminder that says, even right here, I'm connected to you. All right, now for our final category, and it's a good one. Touches of confident desire. These are the spontaneous, super memorable gestures that feel like they're pulled straight out of a movie. First up, we have the slow pull-in. This is that move where maybe you're in the middle of a conversation, everything's normal, and you just spontaneously pull her closer, either by her waist or the back of her neck. This move is pure confidence. It's an unspoken declaration that says, I want you right now. And it's not aggressive, it's grounding. It feels like gravity pulling you two together. That sudden shift gives her this amazing rush, and it's a touch that stays in her nervous system long after the moment is over. And finally, the ultimate cinematic gesture, the chin lift. Seriously, if you ever wanted to know what kind of touch lives rent-free in her head for years to come, this is it. So what makes this simple little action so ridiculously powerful?
Well, that gentle lift is a silent command, isn't it? It says, look at me. In that split second, it creates this moment of pure focus that makes her feel completely and totally seen, like she's the absolute center of your world. It's tender, but it's so charged. This is the kind of touch that doesn't just affect her skin, it becomes a memory.
So, after going through all these different touches, from safety to care to desire, what's the common thread? It all leads us right here to the journey from touch to trust, and to really understanding the difference between simple attraction and a real connection. Because at the end of the day, these aren't just random physical actions. They're a language. It's how we communicate safety and intimacy and desire. And honestly, it's often way more effective than any words we could ever use. And yeah, these touches absolutely create chemistry. They create attraction, for sure. But their real power, their superpower, goes so much deeper than that. They build trust. And that trust, well, that's the foundation for any real, lasting connection. So I'll leave you with this to think about. When it comes to the way you use touch, are you just building moments of chemistry, or are you building a foundation of trust? Because that answer, that makes all the difference in the world.